I am alive and it's good to be— oh, wait, shit. I should probably close Twitch before I start my video. I am alive and it's good to be alive, and I am finally back from vacation. I had a wonderful time with my wife, but the thing I missed the most, honestly, was making videos for you guys. Just the entire time I'm there, knowing I'm not making any progress on my channel. And also I was gone Monday when the update came out, and it was like, I was so split. I'm like, man, I'm having a great time, you know, but it's like, oh, of course the new update had to drop when I'm not home, and I can't cover the content for you guys. So I went ahead and bought Harrow so I can cover him as soon as possible for you guys. So let's jump into it. I actually really like Harrow. He's a really interesting and unique frame that kind of fills a lot of different roles. He's very different. So I'm going to show you guys what I have on him for my build. Harrow is another one of those warframes where I don't want to just build him for one thing. He's a really fun frame to use all of his powers in conjunction. He kind of reminds me of Saren in the sense that I equally enjoy using all of her powers in synergy together. I think Harrow has great power synergy and just makes him more fun to play as. Like, even if he's not the best warframe for the job, I just enjoy playing as him. I think it's fun to mix all his powers and juggle them around. I feel like it's not to the point that it gives you a headache, but it's just fun. It gives you a more interesting way to play the game, basically. So I have Redirection, Vitality, Streamline, Prime Flow, Stretch, Prime Continuity, Intensify, and then forgive me, I'm short on Forma once again. I was out of town, so I wasn't building Formas. But I'm going to put a Constitution here, I think, for a little extra power duration and resist to knockdown. So I think that'd help a lot. And as far as the ore mod goes, I did Rejuvenation. You can put something else. It has the matching polarity slot for Energy Siphon, but the reason I didn't do that is because Harrow already has a power dedicated to generating energy for him and allies, and also I'm Zenuric, so I generate a lot of energy. I really don't need an energy siphon on this frame, so I slapped on some extra healing just because why not? Tap, tap. What the fuck was that? So visually, I'm a huge fan of Harrow. Just like his elbows and just the design of him. He's so absolutely unique from all the other frames. Yes, he does have kind of a skirt type thing going on like a couple other frames do, but I just think he looks really cool. I think he has one of the best natural color schemes out of all the warframes. Like, the colors that he comes with, I think looks better than like 80% of the warframes in the game. But anyways, let's get on to it. Harrow's first ability is really cool. You basically shoot out this energy wave, and any enemies hit by it have these chains shoot up from them, and they essentially get chained to the ground and cannot move. This is a really nice power because not only does it excel at crowd controlling in hallways, but also you'll notice every time I hit enemies with it, if you look at my shields, I actually have overshielding right now. This ability not only restores your shields, but it will give you overshielding if you already have full shields. Combine that with the fact that Harrow's passive is that he can hold twice as much overshielding as a standard frame. That makes him really, really fun to use. So it's not quite as tanky as armor and a bunch of health, but it's definitely good in a bind. If you can keep hitting enemies with this, you can essentially keep your shields up, no problem. So how long the enemy is chained to the ground is affected by duration, the range affects how far the wave travels, and your efficiency obviously is how much energy it casts to use it. This is why I kind of built Harrow for everything. I don't think I'm going to do like a blind rage Harrow or anything like that. I really like just an all-around decent, okay at everything Harrow build. That's how I have the most fun using him. His second ability is badass and actually gets stronger and lasts longer depending on how much energy shielding you have. So you essentially slap yourself on the back. You're like, oh, good for me. I totally kicked those guys' ass. And you get like slash marks all over your back. And it increases your rate of fire and your reload speed. And essentially the more energy shielding that you had when you cast this power, because it removes all of it, it increases the duration of the power. So you'll see mine is still at 53 seconds right now. So not bad. This allows you to kick way more ass. And on top of that, percentage of damage that you deal heals nearby allies. So this is really interesting power. I'm honestly a huge fan of it, and I like it. I love that you can kind of like, okay, my team needs healing, and you just go fucking psycho badass OP mode, and you just start unloading and obliterating people. This is really fun for slow reloading or slow rate of fire weapons. I was using it with my Piranha pistol earlier and it was absolutely shredding Grenier. What I will say about this power though is you have to be very careful with it because like I said, it shreds all of your energy shielding. So I recommend using a Sentinel with Harrow because I have a mod for my Sentinel that makes it to where once every 10 seconds or so, my Sentinel will instantly refill my energy shielding. And that does work when I use that ability. He will just go ahead and instantly give me my energy shields back. Or if you have spare energy, you can just shoot some more chain waves at people and get your shielding back up, no problem. So what I honestly recommend is chain up any enemies around you and then use it. That way nobody's going to light you up as soon as you're done. And then you can light them up as you wish. Moving on to Harrow's third ability is called Thurible. You essentially swing your chain around, and the longer you charge it, the more energy it'll drain from you, and I'll stop it there. You saw it was at 11 before it ended. That means every enemy that I kill is going to grant me and nearby allies within my power range 11 energy. You can see at the very edge of the map there, you can see that red ring around the environment. That is actually the range of my power, and that is only with the stretch mod. So again, emphasizing that all-around Harrow build. Harrow's really fun to play as, and you don't have to mod him to be too crazy at just one specific thing. Also, when you get headshots, it pretty much quadruples the amount of energy that your teammates are going to get. So what's fun about this power is it essentially pays for itself. It's not as cheap as Trinity's Energy Vampire, and it requires a little more interactivity. And last but not least, Harrow's ultimate allows you and your teammates a temporary amount of invulnerability for a set time, and the damage that you take in that time, you'll see that 460. When it ends, it adds that amount of critical chance to your all your attacks. It is honestly amazing. So if there's an area where there's a shit ton of high-level enemies or maybe some area of effect attacks going on from enemy unit, you can just sit in that and you can get up to 50% increased critical chance. On top of that all, Harrow's got some really nice stances, and just look at the amount of detail and just how visually different he is from all the other frames. Again, like the armor, plating on his arms, he's just, I'm a fan of, I just think he looks really nice. So, huge fan of this frame. Whoever's been designing the frames lately has been doing a really exceptional job, and they deserve a pat on the back. But yeah, that's my review of Harrow. If you want to get Harrow, I'm going to link you to the Warframe wiki in the description of my video because it's really weird. It'd be hard if I just tell you guys because the way you get his parts isn't like one set activity or thing. Each of his parts drop from like a really weird or unique thing. So you're going to have to kind of travel all over and do some like a large variety of things. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, I really had fun on vacation, but I could not wait to get back and make videos for you guys. So if you're still sticking around on the channel, I absolutely love you guys to death. Your comments and your views just totally make my day, and I love hanging out with you guys and making videos. So I hope you have a kick-ass day, and I'll see you in the next one. Fisto's back.